All right, folks, good morning. Third time's the charm. Quite the day. So we had a pretty big outlier report in the markets, and they're taking it in stride. To be honest, I'm surprised we're not getting a little weakness out of the markets. Because honestly, that wage growth number of 0.4%, that was pretty hot. And that's been a number that the Fed watches pretty closely. And if they're actually are going to raise rates in 2015, that's going to be the number that does it. Even if oil falls, even if the dollar keeps rallying, they may raise rates anyway. And so that would be the driver. So, yeah, we've got basically S&P flat and the VIX off, but we're not seeing like, the big monumental rally like a lot of people might have expected. All right. Now, to be honest, I'm a little skeptical of this number. I don't know that I buy it completely. I think it's probably a little overheated and probably a little bit errorific. My guess is the revising down fairies will appear next year and next month and revise this number down. But that being said, volatility is in, as it should be. I mean, they're really taking the stuff down. There's still a massive spread. So here we are. We've got basically a week of trading left. We got 7.5, including today, trading days left for the DEES future. And it's trading at a 1.6 premium. That's just massive. I don't see how that's going to persist. So one of two things has to happen. VIX is going to rally a little bit, or December is going to take a monumental plummet at some point. I don't know which is going to happen, but I certainly know that I would be less than excited about, I'd be less than excited about, a big, about being long things here. All right. Because I think there's a good shot that, the DEES futures take a precipitous dive today. All right, and so that's one thing I'd be watching. I think that's going to be easier to spot than figuring out what the S&P is going to do. I think the S&P will end up somewhat flattish, maybe up a little bit, but there's a nice shot that the S&Ps dive. Now, where is their strength? The airlines keep taking off. All right, and the airlines just, they're off to the races with oil, and there continues to be some weakness in some of the integrated oil names like, Royal Dutch, ExxonMobil, but these names, some of the really good integrated names I think have found a floor. Some of the names that haven't are more your Halliburtons and, some of these resource names, Cliff, some of these other ones, Southwestern Energy. So those are the names that really look like there's more trouble ahead, whereas that does not appear to be the case for some of the other names. NASDAQ, a little weaker today. Apple, not really doing much. Amazon still off a touch. Alibaba seems to have found its footing. Facebook's up a little bit. So just NASDAQ kind of up and downish. Nothing special out of it today. And so, that's why it's down. The RUT continues to just kind of hang around 1180. But keep an eye on Tesla. That's been one that's had a really ugly chart. I'll be keeping an eye to see where that one manages to land. And then it'll be interesting to see how low some of these, how low these ETN, the UVXY and VXXs of the world move before, things really fall apart for them. All right, folks, on that note, I hope everybody has a great day. I'll be back in a few minutes. If you've got questions or you want to take the boot camp, go to optionpit.com/events, all right? Or you can email me, mark@optionpit.com, or call me, 888-TRADE-01. There's also a replay of last night's webinar on the boot camp registration page. All right. So if you're looking for a replay of last night's webinar, there you go. All right, folks. On that note, I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll be talking to you soon.